This is it. My 4th year on YouTube completed. And also on my 4th year, I am down to my last 3 walkthroughs. Sleeping Dogs, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Watch Dogs. That is my end game. Holy crap, did not think I'd make it this far. Did not think at all I would make it this far. This has just been an amazing trip with you guys, honestly. I've had so much fun doing this. I never thought I would ever make it this far. Didn't even dream about it, honestly. Didn't even come across in my mind that by 2014 I would still be recording walkthroughs. Over the last year, my list of completed walkthroughs includes Halo Combat Evolved, Halos 2 and 3, The Last of Us, Grand Theft Auto 4, Red Dead Redemption, and I don't know, like 19 parts, I think. I forgot the number, but partial part of Sleeping Dogs. I have not completed it yet. I'd say close. I'm pretty close to midway through, I think. But you get the idea. This definitely has been a very important year. It's been a significant year because, as you know, this is the year I got my HD PVR. So you guys can enjoy my 720 and 1080p qualities on my videos. I'm surprised it took me. I have literally. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I had the HD PVR for 6 months, and then I finally realized how I finally figured out how to upgrade to 1080p quality. It took me forever, but I got it though. And I gotta say, that's another thing that came across my mind: the evolution of my recording techniques. I went from using a flip camera to a dazzle to an HD PVR. Quality has gotten better every single year, and I can't say anymore that this is probably the highest that it's ever going to be. The quality that I have right now. And that's what I want. I want the best for my walkthroughs. I may not have a lot of viewers. I may not, I'm not even close on the list of most known Let's Players. But you know what? I'm fine with that. Like a small business in the world economy, I'm fine where I am. You know what? I appreciate the number of viewers that I have. Would it be nice to have more? Of course. But it's fine. I'm not making any more money than guys like Vash or the Rad Bread, excuse me. But you know what? Guys like Angry Joe, Chugga Conroy, um, what's his name? Pro Jared. Those guys, they get paid to do that stuff. And you know what? This honestly, this industry isn't what I'm interested in. It's a very fun hobby to do. You know what? Honestly, I don't see this as a waste of money at all. It's just been a blast, and you know what? I like it. It's fun, playing video games, talking through them, guiding people through the tough spots of video games. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, like I said before, this has been a significant year because I want to say I almost lost it, guys. As you probably noticed if you were watching me between May and June of 2013 of last year, you noticed that I actually I took a little bit of a break because my previous laptop that I had been using to record walkthroughs for the last 3 years from that point had finally died. It finally crashed, and I thought, you know what, this is the end. I was stuck. I was actually recording Halo 3 ODST, which is no longer out there because I only got into 4 parts of it, and I just thought, fuck it, you know what, I'm not gonna be able to finish my Halo project. So I ended my project at Halo 3. But yeah, the computer crashed. My camera that I had used before then was broken. That broke like 3 years ago or something. I don't know. Like if you watch some of the first videos that I've ever recorded, the camera that I used in those videos, I no longer have. It is gone. It is probably in a landfill right now. but but you get where I'm going with that. I took a break and I honestly thought that it was over. That 3 years of hard work was gone, and that yeah, I didn't see I didn't see a path anymore. But what kept me going? I got lucky. This is the untold story of how Resident Evil Freak 55 continued. I know. I'm just kidding. It's kind of I might be over dramatic here, but yeah, around late May, I think it was because I remember it was early May when it crashed. So I literally had nothing to do for 2 weeks. I thought for 2 weeks I thought this is over. I said, do I just break the news to everybody or do I delete the account? But thankfully I didn't do either of them. But what happened was I was actually over at my grandfather's house and we were cleaning up. You know, he was gonna move out, and so we were just going through some stuff, and I came across his old laptop, which he hadn't used. And I thought, you know what? I'm not paying for this. He's gonna throw it out if I don't keep it. So I brought it over, and it turned out it met all the requirements that my other laptop had, and I thought, holy shit, wait, this could actually work. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah, man, this is how it's gonna work. This is gonna be my new recording laptop. But what happened was the disc that I used, Pinnacle Studios 12, the disc that I used to upload the studio, that's the studio that I had been using since August of 2010 to record my walkthroughs. That was in the lesser quality, but it was better than what I had used before that. The disc that I used for that program, I had misplaced it. I didn't know where it was, and I still don't know where it is, to be quite honest. So all I had was a Dazzle with no studio to record off of. So I was still kind of fucked in a way. So then I was actually looking, and I thought, you know what? I've still got quite a while before it's over. Of course, this was 9 months ago, but I thought, you know what? I might go out and buy an HD PVR. I've seen a lot of people out there use it. It seemed pretty solid. It looked pretty easy to work. Looked until I actually opened it, and that's why. If you noticed on my first video of Last of Us, it's kind of laggy because that Last of Us was the first walkthrough that I used with my HD PVR. But yeah, I said this is great. 720p. Why not? If I'm gonna buy a new studio, I might as well upgrade. So I got a new laptop. I'm not using the HD PVR. I still have the Dazzle, but I don't use it because I don't need it. I don't need it anymore. But it's always nice to just keep just in case. And yeah, up until now, I recorded in 720p quality up until Red Dead Redemption. After Red Dead Redemption was done, I then upgraded to my 1080p. I was doing some research, and I actually found a way to upload in 1080p, and I thought, you know what, this is great. So, yeah, this year definitely has been a crazy-ass year. I don't want to say it's been one of the best years. Well, when I say one of the best years, I've only been on here for 4 years, so. But I honestly thought 2012 was a better year. I definitely saw the highest peak in viewers. It was right after Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, which, if you look out right now, excuse me, right now, is my highest viewed walkthrough. I have no idea why such an old game like that got so many more views than some of my more recent games got in terms of viewers. But I ain't complaining. You know what? It was a lot of fun. Excuse me. It took me a long time to complete, but it was definitely a lot of fun. And it's a fun game. I can see why a lot of people would like it. But again, the game's been around since 2000. I think. I think it's either that or 1999. But that's not the point. The point is, I thought 2012 was a better year. Not in terms of quality though. My quality, it wasn't. I mean, I guess at the time it was. I considered it better quality, but now you look at that as what the hell. So, yeah. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I actually jotted down a few things because, like I do with every anniversary video that I have posted on February 7th. I always have a couple things to say. It's kind of like a mini update. Like I said before, I don't really have anything to update you guys on because I've laid out everything that I'm gonna be doing for the last 6 months. Holy shit, 6 months. 6 months before I go off to college. Damn, time flies. Anyway, I keep getting sidetracked in this video. I'm sorry. First thing I wanted to talk about, Watch Dogs. Like I said before, that is going to be my intended last walkthrough of all time. That is going to be played on the PlayStation 4. That is going to be my only walkthrough that I'm going to be doing on the PlayStation 4. Only problem is that I actually mentioned this before in my last update back in last September. I mentioned this in my update. Um, my intention was to use the HD PVR 2. That's the model that I have, the Hauppauge HD PVR 2, to record Watch Dogs off the PlayStation 4. However, anybody who has both of these products knows that Sony actually has HDCP. Now, what that stands for is high definition copyright protection. Basically, what it does is, and this is actually what the PlayStation 3 had. It still has. You know, if anybody has those, you notice that you cannot use HDMI to record your gameplay on the PlayStation 3. You have to use the AV cords that came with the Hauppauge HD PVR2. However, it was made before the PlayStation 4 came out, and as anybody knows, that anybody who has the next gen systems, whether it be PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, knows that the output that it has is HDMI. So I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place. If you try plugging the PlayStation 4, if you try to capture that using the HD PVR2, it will not allow it because it has HDCP. And I tested this last December, I think it was. Yeah, last December. I tested it out, and it would not capture. So I thought I had a number of options. One option was I pre-order Watch Dogs for PlayStation 3 instead. And I just, I do my walkthrough of Watch Dogs on the PlayStation 3 version. Another option that I had was to buy some software that would bypass HDCP, which a lot of people have to record. Now, that is still a serious consideration right now, because what my last alternative is, I wait until Sony releases the patch for HDCP. Now, we have no idea when this patch is coming. They've mentioned several times that it was coming out in December. Then when that didn't happen, it got pushed to January. Then they said it will happen in January. Obviously, January's over, and we still haven't seen it. They released an update, but it did not patch the HDCP, so we still cannot upload in HDCP or in HDMI. Excuse me. So I'm getting a little impatient with that. But all in all, I'd say while this setback is kind of annoying, I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to get a lot off topic here. As most of you know, Watch Dogs was initially supposed to come out on the launch day of the PlayStation 4. That did not happen because Ubisoft decided to hold off on it because they wanted to fix some bugs, which I totally understand. That happens with games. But they literally pushed it back 6 months. It is not coming out till spring this year. And they said more specifically, well, they said the second quarter of the fiscal year of 2014. So that means between March and June. Now they've mentioned I've looked online, and currently it says that it's coming out sometime in May this year, which I don't have a problem waiting with. But what I mean is that had Watch Dogs come out on the launch day, I would not have been able to record it because I would have had it on the PlayStation 4, and I wouldn't have realized it because back in November of last year, I didn't know that the PlayStation 4 also had HDCP. So in a way, I'm grateful that we're waiting. You know, Watch Dogs. It looks like an amazing game, but I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait for the patch. Either that, guys. If the patch is not released by April sometime, if it's not released by April, even April 1st. By the time April comes and it's not there, I'm just gonna purchase the hardware because honestly, money's not even that big of a deal. I have a job. I've saved a lot of money, and you know what? I like recording footage. I might even do it later on in college. So this is not the end, and I'm not spending all this money just so I can quit in August, and then that'll be the end of that. I'll still be recording. Just, it probably won't be walkthrough tutorials. It'll probably just be gameplay of other games. So yeah, we will see. We will see what time has in store for us. Excuse me. Um, but yeah. Another thing also. In 1 week from now, The Last of Us Left Behind DLC, its first story campaign DLC, is being released. And I wanted to, because as a lot of you know, I am a big time Last of Us fan. Big time. That was probably one of the best walkthroughs. I take it back. It was my favorite walkthrough I've ever done out of any games that I've done in the last 4 years. Um, Amazing game, and that leads me to my question: will I be doing a walkthrough of Left Behind DLC? I will not. But what I am gonna do is at some point I'll probably just release maybe like a video. There's just like a small video of me playing it. I might add some commentary in there, who knows? But I'm not gonna do a walkthrough of the whole thing. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm gonna be releasing a video in probably within the next few days, talking about my thoughts on the future of The Last of Us and Naughty Dog in general, because I'm sure, as some of you also heard, the next Uncharted game is coming out. They haven't even released a release date yet on Naughty Dog, so we have no idea when this game's coming out. It's most likely going to be pushed back till next year. But again, who knows? I probably won't even post anything by then. But yep. And also the last thing on my list, my obligatory Q&A video that I have done consistently for the last 4 years. Every year that I come on this day, February 7th, I always do a Q&A video by you guys. And once again, I am going to give you guys 2 entire weeks. 2 entire weeks. The 21st of February is when I'm giving you to ask as many questions as you want. You know, there's no limit on how many that I want, or that you guys want. As many as I'll do. Ask me anything, because this is pretty much it. You know, I don't I have no idea if I'll make a 5th year anniversary video next year. Like I said before, I'm not going to be dropping off the face of the planet. Still keep in contact. I cannot talk today. I will still keep in contact with you. So, like I said before, yeah, just this isn't the end. It's just the end of my walkthroughs. So, yeah, again, ask any questions. As long as they're not personal, of course. Those are just the guidelines. No personal questions. No, like, just anything personal. Like in terms of like how do I explain this? Just, well, you get what I mean. Just any questions that you wouldn't feel comfortable answering, don't ask me, because honestly, I probably will not answer it if it is personal. So, yeah, 4 years, big ending. Cannot wait. Ask as many questions as you want. Enjoy my last 3 walkthroughs: Sleeping Dog, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Watch Dogs. This is it, guys. We're almost there.